Hi everyone, this is Knowess blog. My name is Ida. I'm the founder of Knowess blog. Knowess blog divulges information about tourism, hospitality and gastronomy. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're working in one of these sectors, or if you are a passionate, follow Knowess blog on all social media. We will post periodically a lot of content talking about different topics and matters. Today we are talking about space tourism. Darkness, infinity, unknown. The space is still very scary. We are reading and hearing about space every day. Virgin Galactic, Blue Origin, Mars colonization. The space sounds more familiar every day, and maybe the distance reduction between Earth and space through new space technologies will change the mind of the youngest and might fulfill the expectation of the older space dreamers. In any case, space tourism is already a small reality that for sure it will become more popular with the next generations. If we want to understand better this futuristic experience, let's check first the transportations used by civilians today. And here we go from the cheapest to the most expensive: parabolic space flights, jet space flights, suborbital space flights, and orbital space flights. Some of them they are open to the civilians since decades, but I think that the social convention hasn't been much open. The space is still very far and of course it is very expensive. Most of us, we don't have the financial capacity to consider this experience. Regardless, the space experts, they're working on the tourism questions too. The purpose is to create more interest and is to migrate humans to the solar system for leisure and for business. But let's see together something more about this experience. First of all, the route must be physically and psychologically handled by common people. And here comes the first step. The first step is to make a difference between astronauts and civilians. For example, for the civilians, we can use the description leisure space tourist, and for astronauts, militaries, we can use the description business space travelers. At this point, we can talk about the leisure space travelers, the civilians. What is particular? Civilians, they are not used to go to the space, of course, and therefore they need a quick training. They must know the essential related notions about security on board and weightlessness experience. And everything, it depends, of course, which mean of transportation they will use. In any case, all information, they must be suitable and understandable for any person who wants to do this experience. And what about the price? Good question. The price is high, we know. Anyway, the price is based on the mean of transportation, and the price range is between many thousands dollars to millions. Now the question is, why is so expensive? Yes, of course, space tourism is still at the beginning. This activity is expensive, and of course I think that with the years, with the next generations, the increment of demand will for sure decrease the price, as all businesses, and it is how it works on all markets. For example, let's take the flight business. At the beginning of the 20th century, people were still skeptical about this activity, and airplanes, they were not flying frequently. The first flight ever with a duration of 12 seconds has been an incredible news all around the world. Afterwards, thanks to the technology, the purpose that people were able to fly everywhere around the world, it began very common within few years. And since the first flight in 1914, the flight business grew up very fast. Anyway, there is a huge distinction to do between space flights and air flights. Moving an airplane nowadays is a necessity to move faster from one country to another, from one city to another. And the leisure space flights are at the moment a one-off experience. At least at the moment, then in the future, we don't know. In conclusion, the path is still long to see space flight sellable every day. Hence, the improvement of space marketing can be very helpful to share interest and information, in the view to change the society mentality and to transform the space tourism in a more accessible activity. You can find more information about this topic by reading the article Space Tourism on our blog knowessblog.com under the category Tourism. But let me know, what do you think about space tourism? Would you like to do an experience in the space? Write it in the comments and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching and see you with the next topic. Knowess Blog, the global mindset.